Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
I had a good rest and pretty and shiny Eidsbugarden is in the sunshine. Today I'm preparing my breakfast here because there is a stone bench to sit on. I'll just fetch a little bit water, wash my face and hands, and look, this is my private river. I can sit here, it's very nice. Today my plan is to continue from Eidsbugarden with the ship, and I have to wait until it arrives. This is my breakfast. I have tea, my muesli, and a vegan squash. I filled up with hot water and have to wait until they're ready. And in the meantime, I'm drying my shirt, which I washed in the river, and my sleeping bag. And I'm also charging my power bank in the sun and just enjoy the great scenery.
This is where I came down yesterday. This part of the road was quite good, but behind it was quite a hassle. And now I expect that the ship, the Bitiburg, arrives, but it only arrives twice a day from Bygdin, and I want to board it and I packed up my backpack, and I want to talk a little bit about my plan for today. 30 years ago, when I was young, I've seen on this lake a very nice old ship. It's called Bitiburg, and at that time I was a youngster, and I was driving in my rental car like crazy to reach the North Cap. And I didn't take any time to go with the ship, and I really want to do this today. And originally my plan was to get on the ship here in Eidsbugarden and get off at Torfinsbu, which is the station between Eidsbugarden and Bygdin. Bygdin is the end station. From Torfinsbu I wanted to hike to Gende, which is another lake, and there's also a ship which I would like to take, but it's not such an old historic ship, it's a more modern boat. But I found out that it is not possible to do. I think it is comparable to yesterday's section from Torfinsbu to Gende, even more so, because I have to climb up about 400 meters and go down on the other side. Looks to be very steep, and the problem is the Bitiburg comes only twice a day here, and the earliest departure is 11:30, and it would drop me off in Torfinsbu at 12:30. So it is too late for me to start an 9-hour hike to Gende. And therefore I'm planning to go to Bygdin, and from Bygdin catch a bus to Gendesheim. And the reason is I was planning when I wanted to go from Torfinsbu to Gende, The next day I was planning to go on the northern lake from Gende to Memurubu. And from Memurubu I wanted to hike over Besse, I think it's called Bessefjellet or something like that, over that mountain to Gendesheim. And again I found out that it's not a wise idea to do so, because there's a very nice view from the Bessefjellet, because you can see several lakes from above. But I found out that this hike usually takes 10 to 11 hours. And tomorrow at 6 p.m. my bus takes off from Gendesheim. It's the last bus that goes to Oslo, and the next morning my flight goes back. So I decided not to risk this. So there could be any reason why I could be late and could miss the bus. If I miss it by 2 minutes, it's already too much. And instead of, I want to go to Gendesheim today from Bygdin with the bus. I hope I can find one. And hike up a little bit that mountain already today, albeit from the other side, from the eastern side. The western side would be more interesting, of course. I believe it's a more interesting hike. But at least I could tomorrow see how high I can get. The lake at Gendesheim is about at it's about at 900 meters, and the Bessefjellet is about 1,750 or so. So it's a considerable height if you have a backpack, a heavy backpack. It's not a normal backpack. And let's see if I can at least tomorrow get on this mountain. And I packed up everything. I'm just waiting that Bitiburg arrives. Bitiburg? Anyway, that historic ship. But I have now 1 hour, and I think I will slowly go to Eidsbugarden, to the boat place. If there are many people and they queue up, I don't want to be the last one, so that they could maybe say, we cannot take you. Because I have seen they also sell tickets on the internet, and I don't have any online ticket. I didn't bought a pre-ticket. So I hope that I can board the boat.
Miss Bitiburg is already arriving. I have to hurry. I guess we have to wait until being admitted. And over there I was camping last night. It even has a real funnel. The captain came just with a bottle of wine. Crew arrives. I hope they take us in. I boarded. There's also the back part where you can sit. Most passengers sit in the front. There is no place. I was too far in the queue, but I think this is a good place. We are going. I'm so happy to be able to travel once with Bitiburg. It used to have a steam engine before, I believe, but unfortunately they have exchanged it for a diesel engine. But at least they have saved the hull. And here is the available service. Bitiburg has even a lower cabin, probably for days where the weather is not good. And there is the toilet. And we already cruise towards Bygdin. The water level seems to vary quite a bit. It's now quite low, as you can see from the shoreline. And there, I don't know if you can make them out, there are some hikers. This is the kitchen.
It's a very nice sunny day, but it's quite a cold wind and quite chilly on the boat.
The mountain is over 2,000 meters high. I think it would be quite an effort to get up, as I didn't see on the map any trails or so. You have to navigate on your own. See, this is quite a big lake. Eidsbugarden is far in the back. And the whole trip takes over an hour. Well, Bitiburg produces quite some waves. Turning around the corner, you see how big the lake is. We have quite a distance to cover until Bygdin yet. Interesting mountain. And we are approaching our only stop on the route after almost 1 hour, which is Bygdin.
Norwegians are really tough. They can sunbathe in such cold temperatures.
This is the place where I originally planned to get off the ship and to hike through this valley up. But it's now 12:30 and I think it's simply too late to start such a long hike. I would arrive very late at Gende and I decided not to do it. The boat station of Torfinsbu. Still continuing to Bygdin. We are approaching Bygdin. The eastern end of the lake is very narrow and there is something like a channel where the boat has to navigate through, and I'm curious how it will be. Obviously we have to pass between these poles. It's very windy today. And I think there are more narrow areas to come. And in the distance you see the road to Gendesheim. A slalom between the poles again. On this mountain I've seen many climbers when I came with the bus. Look how narrow this is. But I think the captain has done this thousands of times.
Ja, da vi på Bygdin. Her blir det ca. 10 minutter stopp før vi går tilbake igjen i samme retning. Jeg må be de som foran på dekk om å bli sittende, og de som...
While the last passengers disembark, others already come for the next tour. I'm at the bus stop. The next bus goes in 20 minutes, not too bad. And considering that there are only 2 buses today, I'm even quite lucky to catch it. I'm in the bus. I almost missed it because it didn't stop in front of the hotel as when coming the other way. But he waited for me to run to the bus and I could catch it. That would really have been a pity. I'm off the bus, and just on the other side the hiking trail starts.